After getting lease, after getting land, and getting all the statutory provisions which are required to commence a mines, then comes into picture the DGMs, Director General Mine Safety, and the Mines Act rules, regulations, and made thereunder. So I'm finding just last almost 1.5 years I am here in Bhubaneswar as a Director Mine Safety, Bhubaneswar region. So certain points which I try to improve, and our moderator, Sri Chakraborty moderator, he has opined the minor sector in Odisha is highly neglected. I totally agree with him. So before coming to minor sector, I am just, try to highlight. Here in Odisha, if I find that there is lands constraints and mine is going deeper and deeper. So mining industry, basically, Pacific sucking the chromites and the iron ore. So they are facing some monitoring issues in respect of suitable stope monitoring. Though scientific study has been done, but yet, based on the scientific study, a suitable stope monitoring system is yet to be employed in true and spirit. Then the self-regulations come as a matter of safety management plan. And here also we find, since it is a statutory provisions in CMR 2017, but for MMR 1961, it is yet to be a statutory provisions, though it is a statutory provisions in the amended MMR. Here I want to highlight or stress that the formulated SMP as well as the implementation program which is there, that yet to be established in every mine and implemented as per norms. So that is a challenging area in the mines, and the mining company, especially metal mines companies, shall be prepared to do. Third is the scientific study. Here also you're finding scientific study, there is some technical scope is there, but as a whole, like say method of working, ultimate pit slope, dump slope, monitoring of slope stability, etc., are not being given to the scientific organization to make a plan in a holistic approach. When you are talking with scientific, based on scientific study, when you're approaching the scientific organization or discussing something, we are finding there is certain lacuna which are yet to be addressed by the consulting mine management. Here the area to be improved. There comes a logistic. There is the safe conduct operation at railway siding of the mines. Here we are also finding some gaps because railway now taking extra load. Railway connectivity is also having some significant, because a lot of minerals are to be transported from one place to the designated places, because some plants are far away from the mining activity area. So here also there are some logistic issues where the mining companies shall look into. And we are finding some disasters have happened recently past, and there is a court of inquiry. Based on the court of inquiry, we are finding the certain lacuna we are finding, that the project report, when it is prepared and approved, we are finding as per the project report, mine was being run into. Certain operations as per convenience, they are being run and they are being operated. Sometimes, say, some mines has some 10 million ton capacity. Suddenly, they have got 12 million ton capacity without going specific, details like say logistics support, service sector supports, and other support sections. They are increasing their production by increasing number of contractors, but without having other specified area which are looked to be into, like say place of dumping, layout dumping, heighting of the dump height, layout for roadage of transportation, which generally make a serious effect on safety, which are to be looked into. And sometimes projects get approval without complete acquisition of land required for operations. It leads to heightening of the benches, it leads to some other issues which lead to sometimes major accidents and sometimes disasters. And also we are finding there is no planning monitoring committee that should be also set up to monitor the deviation of the operation side from the planning side which was planned into. So a planning and monitoring committee for the large mine, open cast mines or underground mines that shall be set up to project into any deviation from the planning. That is also lacuna which we are also finding, and the major disaster which happened some years back in a coal mine in Jharkhand. Here also finding that the Court of Inquiry pointed out rightly that the status of the manager has been compromised because a junior officer has been made into a manager post which is responsible statutorily without giving responsibility and accountability. So a senior level officer shall be made manager, which are required because some mines are getting bigger and bigger. So this is the parameter which shall be looked by the mining companies. And we know that the maximum mines are being done through contractor, sometimes MDO. But in certain cases we are finding that when we discuss something, okay, contractor knows everything. He shall look into, he shall give the answer. But as a primary owner, so you have to restrict role of contractor only to carrying out the operation for whom they have been engaged. So this is a very serious matter that shall be also a challenging task which the mines shall look into. And we are finding for a big mines, sometimes internal audit is done, like say ISO. So external safety audit, which are required to be done, that is absent in the most of the mines, which we find, and that is also required. And we are finding that the Digital Occupational Safety and Health OS Observatory and role of information technology mining sector is really lagging. And we advise and suggest mining company, and this was, the theme of the 12th National Safety Conference, which was held in the year 2020. And maximum mines are doing that, but we are getting less benefits or less, benefits out of that in the mining companies. So a lot of things to be done in the case of digitization in various, activities, machine operations, so that at a tip of mouse or tip of mobile through app, we can find out number of employees, their data, IME, PME, their injury, and again the machine, number of machines deployed, machine health, etc. that can be done through digitizations, which are, I think, this is a challenging area in the near future for the mining companies as well as the mines. So for the state government, we are finding that availability details of active and valid quarrying leases, including the GIS, Geographic Information System coordinates, of all points of the lease demarcated by the state authority on common web-based platform for easy access and sharing among stakeholders. I think IBM is also doing the same thing through their Sudur District, etc. project. I think this will help if there is a communication between the state government as well as the central authority as the mining operators. And here also we are finding that like our moderator, Zichakoti KPMG has pointed out lightly, the prevalence of pneumoconiosis, silicosis amongst workers and present dust control measures and strategy for the improvement. Here we suggested in the 12th safety conference that the reservoir dust level must be brought 1 milligram per meter cube. Here we suggested the state government shall create, at least for the minor sector, because major sector, they have their own hospital, their own OSH services. For the minor sectors, for the granites and the quartzite and etc., the state government shall create facilities like chest radiography, audiometry, blood biochemistry at primary community health centers. Also get their doctors trained in OH and ILO classification of chest radiograph, if necessary, with the funds available from district mineral fund. So we are finding that this is the area where state governments are looking into. I request Monica Bachchanji, also he can coordinate with state government in this regard, so that our, those so-called the unaffected persons or affected persons who can raise their voices, they get their due health benefits. Also, you see, major minerals have their occupational health service, but integrated approach they don't have. Like say, a status report on occupational health, we find when we visit or inspect the mines, we get the PME report, IME report, we get the airborne dust separate, but a holistic report like this on occupational health, industrial hygiene in the mine, respect of medical examinations, notifiable disease, status of first aid, result of survey for airborne dust, noise, temperature, and sanitation in workplaces, as a holistic approach for all the parameters which are required for occupational health and industrial safety. That is missing. So once again, I request all the mining companies present here and the participants to look into this aspect, so that we shall have some approach to eradicate those things which are now absent. Here also, inaugural function I'm just attending, there is some women LGBT community, they have been honored. So DGM has also given some window for equal employment opportunities for women in mines and exemption from the provisions of Section 46. Now, in underground also, women can work from, say, in the morning, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and in open cast throughout the day. So once again, I thank organizers and the participants to give me the time and listen to me. Jai Hind, Jai Suraksha.